Hello, friends. I am the man with no identity, the man formerly known as John Henderson.
Welcome to the Theater of Thrills!
We're continuing with our story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. One thing I'll say about Henry Jekyll, he's always careful not to get caught. It reminds me of the murderer who always wore gloves for his messy deeds. That is, until one time he forgot. He was caught red-handed. Because there's like blood. Here now is the next chapter. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present George Edwards in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We have now seen both sides of the strange character of Henry Jekyll. The streak of evil which induced him to bring about the moral and physical destruction of his schoolmate David Markham, and the sublime which impelled him to plunge into the boiling seas off the coast of Scotland and rescue some fishermen whose boat had been driven on the rocks. In doing this, he suffers some minor injuries, and his mother and Margaret Utterson, the girl who is already playing a significant role in his life, come up to nurse him back to health. Our next scene opens in the little shooting box on the Scottish moors, in which Henry and his father were staying.
Well, Henry, my boy, how's the leg this morning?
Oh, as well as ever it was, Father, thanks. My word has cleared up wonderfully in the last few days.
No trace of that stiffness.
Oh, none at all. In fact, I'm feeling so well, I'm going to take Margaret out for a walk along the cliffs. I'd like to have one last look over that sea before we leave.
Well, I'll be sorry to go back. London isn't half as nice as being up here. I wish we could stay another month.
Then come out now and let's make the most of our last day. We'll take something to eat and stay out till dark.
I'd love to.
Watch out for storms. There were some rather ugly-looking clouds over the horizon a while ago.
Oh, we'll take raincoats. And there's generally a shepherd's cottage to shelter in. Sure you won't come too?
Oh, not me. I'm going to take a stroll down to the post office to see if there's any mail up from London. And then I'll sit by the fire and read the papers in comfort.
And you, Mother?
I'm going along to Katie McBride's to get that shawl she's weaving for me.
Then come along, Margaret. We'll leave them to it and go out and get our lungs full of the Atlantic gale. Does the wind ever stop blowing here, I wonder?
Wrap yourself up well, dear, and don't be too late home.
We'll be all right, dear. Don't worry over us. Call the dogs, Henry.
I'll meet you down at the gate, Margaret. Don't forget to bring plenty to eat. This climate makes me as hungry as a horse.
Well, it's good to see the boy striding down the path like that again.
He's a lovely boy, isn't he, Edward? The kind of son that every mother dreams of having.
Shame on you, woman. You're puffed up with maternal pride.
And you're none too modest about him yourself, Edward Jekyll. When you saw all those accounts of what he did in the papers, I saw your chest begin to expand by inches.
Anyone might be proud of what Henry did. 3 men owe their lives to him, and a lot of little children would be fatherless if he hadn't risked his life that day.
They almost worship him down in the village. They're planning some sort of farewell for him tomorrow. Ah, there goes Margaret now. They look fine together, don't they? It makes me feel grateful to God for all his mercies to see them there. It might have been so different.
Yes, Marion, my dear. So different.
How strangely you say that.
I had strange thoughts. Oh, well, that's the thing of the past now. Let's forget about it and be thankful for the present.
What time is it, Henry?
Getting on for 4 o'clock.
Don't you think we'd better be turning home? It'll be dark in another hour.
Oh, we haven't got so very far to go. If we cut across those moors by that tor over there, we'll strike the village in a few miles.
Then come along, let's go. I think your father's warning about the storm is going to come true.
I love it. I love to feel the wind whipping through my hair and your cheeks, oh, they're crimson.
Not my nose, I hope.
It's a bit red, too.
Oh, how hateful of you, Henry. Even if it's true, you shouldn't notice it.
It looks adorable. I like you much better like this, with your hair tossed all over your head, and old shoes and clothes on. I'd hardly know you for the elegant young lady of the London drawing rooms.
Which do you prefer?
Now you're asking both sides of my nature to speak. The one that likes the sophistication of London with its music and soft lights, silks and satins, and the other that walks over the moors and cliff tops with you. Swept clean by the wind, glorying in physical strength, happy in the comradeship we feel merely by being here together.
Have you two sides to your nature, then?
Well, who hasn't? Why, even you, my little Margaret, must feel the pull of conflicting desires now and again. I'd hate to think that there was nothing of the sinner under that sweet face of yours.
Henry, sometimes you frighten me.
Why?
I don't know. You look at me sometimes and you make my heart beat. There's something queer in your eyes.
Don't say that. Don't ever say that. Do you hear?
Why, Henry, what's the matter? You're hurting me. You're digging your fingers into my arm.
I'm sorry, Margaret. I'm sorry. Well, come on. Let's cut across the moors by this path. It'll take us home, I think.
Oh, it is getting stormy. We'll have rain soon, I think.
Well, come on. Give me your hand and we'll hurry home. And don't be cross with me, Margaret. I'm awfully sorry I hurt you.
I'm never cross with you, Henry. That is, not for long. Come along, let's run.
I think so. I came over by this path a few weeks ago, though it shouldn't have taken us as long as this. It's after 5 o'clock now.
Isn't it dark? I wish we had a lantern. I can hardly see a thing.
Well, hang on to my arm. I can still see the path. Oh, here's the rain again. Button up your coat and keep your head down. I'll guide you.
I wish we hadn't thrown the last of those sandwiches to the dogs.
Hungry? Oh, never mind. Mother will have a fine hot meal waiting for us, and we'll be home soon now. Well, I'm not sure. This path must lead to somewhere, and we're still on it.
We seem to have been pushing our way against the storm for hours. I wonder what the time is.
Well, hold open the flap of my coat. I'll try and strike a match. You ready?
Yes. Did you see?
It's nearly 8 o'clock.
That does mean we're lost, doesn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid it does. I'm awfully sorry, Margaret. I've let you in for this.
It doesn't matter. We'll wait till daylight and then see our way back.
Oh, it won't be daylight for hours. If only we could find some sort of shelter.
Look. Did you see that in the lightning? Some sort of barn or cottage.
No, where?
Over to the left. Give me your hand. I think I can find it. See? There it is.
Yes, I saw it. Well, that must be where this path leads to. Well, thank goodness we'll be able to get out of this rain.
Even the dogs know we're lost. They're hanging right on our heels.
Oh, well, with any luck, we'll be under shelter in a few minutes. I hope that lightning comes again.
There it is. Come along, let's run.
Ooh, what luck. We might easily have passed it.
What sort of a place is it? Can you strike a match and let's see?
I'll try. I'm afraid they're very wet. Some sort of barn. Why, there's a stack of hay over there.
And there's a lantern. See if there's any oil in it.
Yes, we're in luck. It's half full. At least we'll have some light. There we are. That's better.
Oh, I say, there's a fireplace and some dry wood. That's marvelous. A fire to get warm by and dry our clothes. Oh, if only we had those sandwiches.
We'll spend the night imagining what Mother had for us to eat when we got home.
They'll be terribly worried over us. I wonder where we are.
Well, there's nothing we can do till morning, so let's light this fire and warm ourselves.
And what way did they go? The last we saw them, they were going along the cliffs towards Loch Moydart.
And when was that?
About 11 o'clock this morning.
Well, they might be anywhere by now. But never fear, Mr. Jekyll, sir. We'll find them sure enough. There's not a body in the whole village who wouldn't spend the night searching for them. We're not forgetting what he did for us. We'll have him back for you safe and sound by morning. Tell his mother that.
Feeling warmer now?
Warm and sleepy.
I'll bring across some more of that hay and we'll make a bed.
What time is it?
I don't know. My watch has stopped. Must be nearly midnight, though.
No wonder I'm sleepy.
Here you are. Lie down on this and be comfortable. I'll roll up my coat for a pillow.
Oh, no, you'll need it.
Oh, I'll be warm enough without it. Now, is that better?
Yes, it's fine. Listen, even the storm has died down now. How quiet it is. I wonder where we are.
High up on some isolated moor, I guess. This must be a feeding place for the cattle. That's why the track led down here.
It's lonely and a little bit creepy, isn't it? I'm awfully glad I'm not alone.
Scared?
Not with you here. But don't go too far away from me.
No, I'm here, right beside you. It's a pity that lamp burned out so soon, but the fire's still bright. I can see you quite plainly.
You're in the shadows. I can only hear your voice.
Shall I come closer?
Yes, please. You could put your arm around me if you like, and I could sleep on your shoulder.
Isn't the coat comfortable?
Oh, all right, if you'd rather not.
Oh, don't be silly. You know it isn't that.
What is it then?
Never mind. There now, is that right?
Oh, perfect. You've got such broad shoulders, Henry. They were made for this. Good night.
Good night. Looks pretty there, lying in the firelight. She wanted to lie close to me. That's the sinner in her. It's there just the same as in all of us.
Can't you even look at the face of this sleeping girl without thinking things like that?
We're so far away from everybody. Miles and miles away. Just the two of us in this hut. She's turning her face towards me. Those lips, they want my kisses. She's in love with me, I know that.
She's Margaret, not Hattie.
Is there any difference? Because Hattie's poor and this girl's rich, does that mean they aren't the same inside? She's just the same. And she's prettier, much prettier. Her throat, the soft curves as she sleeps there beside me. She's putting her arms towards me. I'll kiss her and wake her up.
Hello! Hello there!
Yes? Who is it?
Hello!
What is it? What's the matter?
Someone's found us. They must have sent out a search party. Hello there, this way.
Harry, is it you? Are you all right? Where's Margaret?
Here, Father, here. And safe. Thank God she's safe.
Jekyll?
Yes.
My name's Lanyon. I believe we're in a room together. Have you been up to see it yet?
No, I was just up on my way.
Well, it's along here. Quite decent little place. Got a good fireplace and a window looking out into one of the squares. We're in luck.
Anyone else but ourselves?
No, just the two of us. The mate has promised to come along, get us some cushions and things and a comfortable chair or so. Be rather snug by the time we're properly dug in. Here it is. Behold the scene of our future travail. Plenty of good old midnight oil's been burnt in here.
That's right. We come in freshers, we go out lawyers, doctors, engineers.
Oh, tut. Nothing so plebeian as that in this stronghold of culture, my boy. To be an engineer smacks too much of grime under the fingernails and the sweat of honest toil. Oh, by the way, what are you doing?
Medicine. I thought I'd have a try for science as well.
Oh, you're going to be busy. Old Stinks is a perfect slave driver, I've heard.
You mean Professor Marriott? Well, I met him a while ago and liked him immensely.
Oh, yes. No end of a decent old pot. But a martinet in the laboratory won't stand for any sort of larks at all. I guess I'm far too much of a butterfly to last out anything more serious than medicine. Even then I'll be surprised if I get away with anything more impressive than an M.B. Well, come along. We're due to assemble in the great hall. Put your bags and come out.
How did you find out so much about things so soon?
Well, I've got two brothers here. They could be wise to no end of things. Great saving on the nervous system. I hate starting anything, don't you?
If the young gentlemen in the back row will kindly give me their attention, we will now proceed with a demonstration. Will Mr. Jekyll be so good as to give me his assistance?
Jekyll again, the old boy dotes on him. Jekyll's out for honours. He can have his swots every night of his life.
If you have anything of importance to communicate to your neighbour, Mr. Grayson, would you be good enough to allow us all to hear? Well, come along, don't be modest. I'm sure the cause of science will be considerably advanced if we hear what you're whispering to Mr. Roberts.
It was nothing, sir. I apologize for talking during lecture, sir.
Good. We will now see that by the addition of a few minims of this tincture, we will completely alter the character of the subject under observation. Mr. Jekyll, are you ready to carry out the rest of the experiment?
Yes, sir, quite ready.
Good. The action of extreme heat, which we will now apply by means of lighting a flame under this retort, will bring about a further interesting change.
Oh, come on, Jekyll. You're not going to stick at those books all your life, are you?
Well, I've got exams in 5 weeks' time, don't forget.
Oh, what if you have? You'll pass with one hand tied behind your back. Turn in for this weekend and come to London with Roberts and me. Be back on Sunday night, and you'll feel like 40 men after it. Working yourself to death, man. Don't think you've smiled for a month.
With you about to make a fest of yourself?
Then come on, be human. Have you ever been on a binge in your life?
Have I? Well, yes, I guess I have.
Oh, I don't believe it. You've got that monkish pallor that betrays the pure in heart. Can't endure it myself.
Then come along and we'll wallow in sin.
Well, you mean it?
Of course I do. I haven't seen London for months. I love the dirty, bedraggled old hag. Let's go and fill our nostrils full of the odour of her evil doing.
Is this really you, Jekyll? And me thinking you were a positive monk?
Casanova was a monk, don't forget.
By Jove, so he was. But to see you sitting there under that lamp makes me think more of a knight of the Holy Grail than of him.
Then I'll be Tannhauser in the Venusberg. Begone, dull care, away with bookish learning. What if the hand does shake when making the experiment? Who knows, a new discovery may be made, and I'll be famous.
If old Prof. Marriott sees you at it, heaven help you. He's grooming you for half the fellowships in the year. Oh, come along. Let's get out of here. The girls here are the same as the ones at Firehouse.
Well, what do you expect? They've all got 2 legs, 2 arms, and no brain.
Can't anybody show me something different? Be back at the university this time tomorrow night, and I won't have done a single thing I haven't done before.
He wants variety. What about it, Jekyll? Can't you lead us to some dark and secret sin?
Well, if you persist in sticking to the West End, you'll never find variety.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, this is the sort of thing our fathers used to indulge in. If you want something different.
Of course we do.
Well, then come along.
I say, where are we going to?
Old Cheapside, the Embankment, the haunts and the dives of the East End. Have you got walking sticks and buttons on the pockets of your coat? You'll need them.
Jekyll, you two-faced deceiver. Have you been keeping all this knowledge to yourself and letting us waste our time and money on the imitation vice of Bloomsbury?
Well, we've still got one night left.
Walpurgis night. On to the witches' Sabbath.
Oh, you are not going?
Fay, my little dear, we're leaving you for dark and desperate deeds.
Oh, but what about the supper you promised me?
Oh, here's some money. Eat it or put it in the top of your stocking. But don't ask to stay and watch you do it.
Oh, but Epoche promised to have supper with a rich banker from Hamburg for you.
Never let your heart run away with your head, little one. Go and tell him you love him best after all. Well, come on, Lanyon and Roberts, let's get a cab.
Hi, wake up, Hattie. Pat's singing out for you.
What
for?
He wants you downstairs, of course.
Oh, then tell him I'm not coming.
Oh, don't be mad. You've got to. There's 3 dwarfs just come in. They're drunk as lords and sling him their money they unlock anything. One of them just paid 2 quid for a bottle of fizz.
Oh, what do I care? I'm tired. I've been working all night. I'm not coming down to sing songs for any toffs at this hour. What time is it anyhow?
After 3 o'clock.
Well, that puts the lid on it. I'm not coming down again for the Prince of Wales.
You better not let Herr Pat hear you say that. He sent me up to get you special. You haven't been here so long as the rest of us, and you don't know Pat when he gets mad.
I've been here long enough to know when I've earned what he pays me. I've done enough for one night, and that's that.
Hey, Hattie, what's the matter with you? Make it lively.
Oh, there he is now. Take my tip and you'll come down.
Here, what the... Why aren't you out of bed? Who told you to knock off work like this?
I'm tired.
You'll have more than this to make you tired before you're done. Now, come on, get up out of this minute. Come downstairs and entertain the gentleman. Or do I have to drag you down with the lug?
You keep your hands off me. You slave driver, you.
What's this? Is this the return I get for taking you off the streets? Where would you have been if it hadn't been me that took in pity on you, huh?
Took pity on me? I like that. There's about as much pity in you as there is in a man-eating tiger.
So that's the way of it, is it? Then take that, you little impudent faggot, you. Now you do as I tell you and come downstairs.
No, I won't.
Well, we'll see about that. I'm giving you just long enough for me to count 10 before I take hold of you and throw you out of the place, lock, stock, and barrel. And where'll you be then, I'd like to know?
Oh, Eddie, do as he says. It ain't any use making a fuss.
And why isn't it any use? If all you other girls would do the same, things would be different round here. But you haven't got the nerve, and he gets away with it. I've been here 6 months now, and I haven't ever got out of debt to him. I'll be glad if he threw me out, and then I'll be rid of him.
You would, eh? Then out you go. Go on. Out of this. Right this minute.
Then give me back the clothes I had when I came.
What? Those rags? I burnt them long ago.
But I can't go without clothes. And the kind I have to wear here I'm fit to go out in the street in.
No, you're not going in any clothes of mine. You're going as you are, and the first policeman who comes along will arrest you.
Oh, you beast. That's how you keep your girls here, isn't it? We're slaves, that's what we are. You feed us and dress us and make us do the dirty work you're growing rich on.
Shut your mouth, or I'll fetch you such a swipe you'll not forget in a hurry.
Go ahead and do it. I'd rather that than go downstairs and be mauled about by those drunken brutes down there. I won't do your dirty work, you hear? I'm through with it. I'm finished.
Will you quit your squalling, or do I have to knock the daylights out of you? Put on your clothes and come downstairs, or I'll...
No, I won't, see? I won't.
Oh, by Jiminy, I've stood enough. Get out of there,
No, hey, take your dirty hands off me.
Come on now, don't kick your manners.
Here, what's going on here? What's going on here? Hattie.
Henry Jekyll. Oh, Henry.
Why, what are you doing here? What's that man been doing?
Why, Your Honor, it was all a mistake.
Have you been striking her? What are those marks on her face and arms? Shut your mouth, you dirty blackguard. Hetty, how long have you been here?
6 months.
Oh, Hetty, 6 months.
Oh, what do you care? It was you that drove me here.
I know, but I'll take you out of it. Where are your clothes?
I haven't got any but these.
What, not a coat?
No, nothing.
Here, take mine. Take mine, quick.
What are you doing? Is she a relative of yours?
Never mind what she is. Get out of my way, and don't you try to stop this girl coming with me. I'll find some way to clean up this hole of yours and put you where you belong. Now, Hetty, are you ready?
Oh, Henry, you're mad. You can't do this.
I'm going to. I'm going to try and make up for what I did 6 months ago. Come on, let's go.
Well, saints preserve us. A gentleman like him and a low little tug like her. And he'll take the other 2 gentlemen away with him as like as not. Bad cess to him.
Hey, Jekyll, where are you going? Who's the girl you've got?
Never mind. I'll see you on Victoria Station at 7 o'clock, Sunday evening.
Well, how's that for rapid work, Robert? Goes upstairs to see what the noise is about and comes up with a girl wrapped up in his overcoat.
And gets away with her, too. Look, he's putting her into a cab.
What the? There's something more to our young friend Jekyll than meets the eye. This'll have to be investigated. Come along, let's follow him.